And it turns out he invented all these ground-based cloud seeding generators I just showed you. So that's how I find stuff, just little facts, little nuggets like that, and they lead to the big picture.
Yeah, nice. So I do have a couple questions about the carbon black. Is that the same? I've been hearing a lot about coal fly ash as well. Is that the same type of thing, or is it a similar?
Yeah, it's very similar. So they're almost synonymous. Some people call it black carbon, others call it carbon black, but it is a form of soot, and it's been used for a very long time. Here, let me bring up a couple things real quick because this is super damn it fascinating. Let me see if I can go. Okay, here, I got a better place to get this from. I was going to go to the newspaper section, but it's pretty lengthy. So we'll just go back here to the contrail complaints begin 1946, I believe it is. Where is it at? Here we go. This is pretty epic. All right, here we go. Let's bring this up on the screen because this is so much fun. All right, so this is from 1958. Navy scientist creates clouds, breaks them up. And her name was Dr. Florence Van Straten. And it says right here, we dropped carbon black suspended in liquid over a track of a mile and produced a solid line of clouds 1 mile long. When we dropped 1.5 pound of dry packages of carbon black, we produced single clouds with each drop. Puff, puff, puff. The Navy team seeded 7 clouds with carbon and dissipated each of them in from 2.5 to 20 minutes. Each cloud turned gray and then rapidly disappeared. Aside from the cost of the airplanes, we spent less than $5 on the experiments in Georgia. And carbon black used in printers, ink, and automobile tires is nothing more than soot. It is available cheaply. It is commercial quantities and is a byproduct of burning of natural gas. So similarly, there's another one. Navy creation destroys cloud. Ordinary carbon black is used. That was 1958. So we come forward to today, weather as a force multiplier, owning the weather in 2025. Most people missed this one. And this is my favorite one. If you look at this, they've got this chart. And in it shows technologies to be used to control the weather. And right here under 2005, it says CBD. And we're not talking about oils. We're talking about carbon black dust. It has a star next to it. It says technologies to be developed by the Department of Defense. Most people don't know that. So that's in the Owning the Weather in 2025 papers. If you click on environmental warfare, one of the tags on the sidebar, and you just scroll back a hair, before that, you're going to see these FOIAs. So here's 3 FOIAs in a row. This is from the U.S. Navy, and that FOIA says, weather modification, non-lethal warfare proposal, and guess who's doing it? China Lake, California. For all the same reasons that they did back in Vietnam. And you can see their costs right there. So they're still up to it. And then you got the Air Force. This one's even better. This is a FOIA from 1994. What does it say? Weather modification using carbon black. You can't make this stuff up. I'm going to blow it up real big right there. So this is a Freedom of Information Act request, not the bullshit you hear on YouTube, where they go, secret this and secret that. There are very few secrets left to this guy here because I does my homework. And what it says, capability sought for use of carbon black dust, muddy dirt roads, decrease mobility, flood rivers, decrease comfort level. All the same reasons that they were doing it in Vietnam. So history is now repeating itself. But that would be great, if that were all there was to it, but that's not all there was to it. Then you have this one, Counter Force Weather Control from Spacecast 2020. And most people have not read this. This came before the Owning the Weather in 2025 papers. This is June 1994, the same date as those two FOIAs. And you could read all about that here. This is the Spacecast. I pulled this from the Black Vault. Shout out to them. I was unaware of this paper till just recently. And their reason for doing this, the exact same reasons that they did back in there in Vietnam.
So that's your fourth thing, right?
That's 3 FOIAs in a row right there. Then Owning the Weather in 2025 happened from 1995 to 96. And if that wasn't enough, the very next year after Owning the Weather in 2025, they had the Test Technology Symposium 1997 Weather Modification, where Dr. Arnold A. Barnes Jr. from the U.S. Air Force Phillips Lab, the same people mentioned in that FOIA, went and gave a speech. And he says, even though the UN Convention on the Prohibition of Military or other hostile use of environmental modification techniques, aka NMOD, bans this stuff, the official Air Force position needs to be reevaluated in light of the 19 years of scientific advances, in light of the advanced weapon systems, which are now more environmentally sensitive, to prepare against technological surprise from China and Russia. Yeah. And then here is your carbon black dust smoking ass gun. So I actually found this on an army.mil website. It has been deleted from the internet. I recovered it from archive.org. Shout out to the Wayback Machine. And this is available on climateviewer.com as well. So here is, that's Air Force. Owning the Weather in 2025 is in his presentation. So this is from Owning the Weather in 20. It says Air Force 2025 there. All the reasons that we want to do it: flood lines of communication, reduce mobility, decrease comfort level. Same thing that was in the FOIA. Deny fresh water, induce drought. Same thing CIA did to Cuba. Space weather, disrupt communications and radar, destroy satellite or space assets like laser beams in space or spy satellites. Fog and cloud removal. Oh, but wait, it's going to get better. We're going to touch on chemtrails. So this is that slide about the Air Force needs to be reevaluated, position needs to be reevaluated. Oh, what's Harp doing in his presentation? Oh, Jesus Christ. It's going to get ugly in just a second here. But this is the one I wanted to show you. Weather modification using carbon black. Slide 1. Increase precipitation, muddy dirt roads to decrease tractability, flood fields and small rivers, decrease troop comfort level, decrease tractability, decrease precipitation, dry out roads and fields for improved tractability, deny fresh water to troops in semi-dry regions.